During the 489th day of the war in Ukraine, the fighting was mainly concentrated in these areas. In the Vremivka front, today Russian sources acknowledged the capture of Rivnopil by the Ukrainians. They also confirmed that the offensive actions of the Ukrainian forces continue in the western part of the front and that the next target of the Ukrainian offensive is the village of Priutne. In this part of the front, the Ukrainian army is focusing its actions in two main directions. First, the offensive on Priutne, which is already happening as the village is being attacked by Ukrainian units of the 31st Mechanized Brigade from the north and from the units of the 36th Marine Brigade from the west. The other objective of the Ukrainian forces is to keep the Russian troops in Staromayorsk under pressure. According to some Russian sources, the Ukrainian troops that have advanced in the middle of the front line during these past few days are divided in two main groups, where one of them is harassing the Russian lines northwest of Staromayorsk, while the other group continues to approach Priutne from the east. These movements of the Ukrainian army suggest that in the coming days, changes are expected in this part of the front line, as the Ukrainian army is trying to isolate Priutne exactly as it did with Rivnopil. Yesterday, the Russian forces attempted a counterattack north of Priutne, but as it is reported by some Russian sources, the counterattack wasn't successful and the Russian troops moved back to their initial positions. In the region of Bakhmut, Ukrainian sources reported today on a small advance of Ukrainian troops in two main directions, north and south of the city of Bakhmut. In the north, it seems that the Ukrainian army has managed to take either full or partial control over Berkivka after many days of fighting in this area. On the other hand, Russian sources reported that their troops are undertaking a counterattack in this area, so to be fair, since this news has not yet been widely confirmed, we have marked the territory in yellow rather than the blue color that we commonly use. To the south, there has been a small advance of Ukrainian units in Klishivka, more precisely in the forest areas north of the town, where fighting has been going on for several days now. In the areas south of Kremina and on the eastern part of Siversk front, clashes continue in several locations. In the forest area south of Kremina, a slight advance of Russian troops has been reported. Despite the ongoing clashes during the last few days, there has been very little information about the territorial changes in this area. In the northeastern part of the front, during the past 3 days, there have been clashes in the areas between Terny and Chernobopopivka, and also in the direction of Torske. Initially, it was the Russian forces that conducted a major attack in this area, which included the use of several Russian tank convoys. The attacks towards Terny and Torske were repulsed by the Ukrainian forces, who then launched a counterattack to push Russians back. Both sides have suffered heavy losses in this part of the front, while the front line seems to remain pretty much unchanged regardless of the great efforts made by the two armies. Meanwhile, in the areas near Bilohorivka and Spirne, yesterday the Ukrainian troops launched a counterattack against the Russian forces, which during the last 3 days had managed to push several hundred meters east of Bilohorivka and south of Spirne. The official Telegram channel of the Ukrainian command reported that the Russian Air Force carried out several airstrikes in the areas near of Bilohorivka, Vesele and Spirne. In Russia, after the end of Prigozhin's short-lived mutiny, it seems that the damage left behind was a little higher than previously reported. Some videos circulating on Telegram channels confirm that some of the Wagner mercenary convoys were hit by the Russian Air Force and some of their military vehicles were destroyed. In this video, we see 2 Wagner vehicles which are reported to have been hit by the Russian Air Force during their passage through the Voronezh region in Russia. Yesterday, it was reported that at least 7 aircraft of the Russian Air Forces were shot down by Wagner soldiers. That's all for today's video. Please don't forget to help the channel grow by liking the video and subscribing, and also for those who want to support the channel and get access to more content, you can visit my Patreon page. Thank you.